There are so many factors to consider if you want to generate more clients for your coaching business. But in this video, I'm going to share with you a top secret, something that many coaches overlook. So if you want to know more about this top secret, then stay with me up to the end of this video. And may I ask a favor from you as well? Can you please give this video a like so that other amazing people like you would see it? That's just how the algorithm works. If you're watching me for the first time, my name's Lisa Mackey, and I've been a coachpreneur or coach entrepreneur for over 25 years, both offline and online. In this channel, you'll find valuable information that will help you become a better coach, leader, and person for that matter. So if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified of every video I post. So what is that top secret that will help you generate more clients for your coaching business? Now, let me put it in a sentence. Your brand can either make or break you. So the top secret is really your brand. There are 3 elements to a winning brand, and a winning brand will help you generate more clients for your coaching business. So these 3 elements are your purpose, your message, and your image. Let's start with your purpose. When I ask people what their purpose is, they always give me the what. But your purpose also includes the where, the who, and the how. So let's start with the who. The who is your target audience. These are the people who God has entrusted to you, the people who you are called to serve. And it's not easy dialing down your niche. But guess what? Your niche is not only the people you want to help, but the people you love working with. Because when you're working with the right people, the people who you love to work with, it brings out the best in you. So you're more effective as a coach, you're more effective as a leader, you're more effective as a person. And I've done many workshops in figuring out or finding out who my target niche is. And guess where it brought me back? To me. I am my target niche. So you are your target niche. Who you are the same types of people you would enjoy working with, because they are the people who will understand you, because they are your own kind. So when you're clearer on your target audience, the people who you love to work with, the people who are like you, then your purpose would also be clearer, and then your message would also be clearer. But we'll get back to that later. Let's go to the where. Your where is your territory. It's also connected to your target niche. So we all belong, as coaches, we all belong to the same territory in the bigger marketplace territory. So we all belong to the coaching business. And you and I have different coaching specializations. Like some of you may be life coaches or business coaches, relationship coaches, health and fitness coaches. And even if we belong in the same target niche or territory, let's just say we're both business coaches, I still have my own strengths and you have your own strengths. And so it's like having your own lane. And so when you know specifically what your territory is and where actually your target audience belongs, then it's easier to be able to not only identify our purpose, but to fulfill that purpose. So finding where our target audience is not just looking at the demographic. It's really knowing what territory you'll be most effective in. Let me give you an example. So my who are coaches who either want to start a coaching business or who already have a coaching business, leaders, women, and they're all purposeful. And so when we talk about the who, then we define specifically what our territory is, but it doesn't really make it smaller. Actually, by defining my niche, I actually expanded my territory, because now these leaders extend to the corporate offices, to churches. And so now my territory has also expanded. So it's really hard for me to define what your territory is. You have to find out first who your niche is. So that answers the question who, and then you'll be able to figure out the where more clearly. Now let's go to the how aspect of your purpose. The how is, how are you going to fulfill that purpose? How are you going to do it? So the how is actually your effectiveness in fulfilling that purpose. And your how points back to you and your uniqueness. So the how answers the questions: what character traits do you have that draw the right people to you, your target audience? What do your target audience say about you? What personality of yours attract these types of people? What are your strong skills that make you good at what you do? Because even if you have coaching skills, there are other skills within that sphere that makes you really good at what you do. And so when you find out all about yourself and the good things about you and your strengths that attract the right people to you, then it's easier for you to be able to not only fulfill the purpose that was given to you by God, but eventually in creating your message and in creating your image towards a winning brand to generate more clients for your business. So let's do a quick recap on your purpose before we jump to the next one, the message. So again, your purpose is not only the what, but it's the who, the where, and the how. Now, when you put it all together and you create an inventory, just write down who your target niche is, and then eventually you'll discover where your territory is, and then how, which points back to you and your strengths, the good things about you that attract your who, then you'll be able to visualize your purpose in a clearer way. And now let's go to the message. Your message is more than just your content. When we talk about your message, this is your foundational message. And the elements of a brand that I'm sharing with you, though they are distinct in themselves, they're also interconnected. So these are like building blocks. It's like building it on top of the other. So when your purpose becomes clearer for you, not only the what, but the who, the where, and the how, then it's time to concretize that purpose into words. Because until you concretize that purpose, nobody really would understand it. And you would also forget about it. You know, there is a verse in the Bible, in the Old Testament, it's in Habakkuk, that talks about writing a vision. So you have to write down your purpose, and that would convert it into a vision mission statement. And that vision mission statement can be condensed into a tagline. So your vision mission statement now becomes your foundational message, and it becomes even clearer and crisper through your tagline. Your vision answers the question, what? What are you called to do? So this is really your purpose connected to your coaching business. And then the mission is, how are you going to do it? How are you going to make it happen? I'll give you another example. My first consulting business was called Mindshift Consulting, and my clients were big corporations. So I was dealing with organizations more than just one-on-one, more than just persons or small businesses. I was dealing with organizations. And my longer tagline at that time was finding workable solutions for every organizational concern, because that was really my vision and my mission combined. My role was to help organizations find answers and solutions to their concerns. I had several clients with different needs, requirements, and types of businesses. I had clients who were in the construction industry, clients who were in the food industry, clients who were in the health industry, and I had assortment of clients. And so each one had its own sets of concerns, and they called me to intervene to come up with solutions. And that's why I came up with a tagline: finding workable solutions for every organizational concern. And I shortened that into finding workable solutions. So it was very clear. So that is the purpose of creating a vision mission statement and condensing it into a tagline. And this now becomes part of your brand. But the more important thing is how connected it is to your purpose. And this is where a lot of coaches fail and a lot of entrepreneurs fail. They come up with a vision mission statement without that vision mission statement connected to their purpose. And when that is not connected to your purpose, when you have a business that's not connected to your purpose, you're not really exuding your natural gifts. you're not really operating on your uniqueness. You're not really fulfilling your purpose because your purpose was not defined in the first place. And this is why it really becomes more difficult as you move forward if you haven't built your foundational message, which comes from your very foundation, your purpose, which goes back to your uniqueness. So when you have your foundational message, then it's easier to come up with content that are consistent with who you are, which is the real brand, because you are the brand. So again, let's do a little recap on this message component of the brand. So your message is more than just your content. It is your foundational message. And your foundational message is actually your purpose, concretized into words that become your vision, mission statement, and condensed through your tagline. And once you have a clear message, then now it's time to visualize it or to concretize it into something more visual. So again, let us backtrack a little bit. Your purpose concretized in words is your foundational message, and your foundational message concretized in something that people see visually is now your brand identity. So this is now the image that you project. So yes, it covers your logo, your website, your theme, your colors, every design aspect that represents your business. But it goes deeper than that. Because as I've said, you are the brand. So you yourself represent your brand. You yourself and how people see you and how you look like, how you talk, how you stand up, how you are with people, how you deal with them, whether it's in person, whether it's online, all these things combined together form part of your image. Which is why it's very important to identify what is it about you that you want people to see? How do you want people to see you? How do you want people to perceive you as a coach, as a leader, as a person? Are you projecting that image? If you want people to see you as somebody professional, are you projecting that? Can they see that in your content? Can they see that on your website? Can they see that in the way you dress up? Can they see that in the way you talk? The nice thing about knowing how you want people to see you is you can now find out if they really see you in the same way. Because if you don't know how you want others to see you, your audience specifically, then it would be hard. You wouldn't even get to the next step of finding out how they see you. And so establishing that alignment establishes consistency for your image, which is very important to having a winning brand that attracts the right people, that sends clients your way. I'll share a little story with you that opened my eyes to the reality of how important it is to align how we want people to see us and how they see us. I recently had a meeting with another coach and leader who barely knows me, but she happens to be a part of my Facebook community and she's my target audience. And so I asked her, how do you see me as a coach, as a leader? And what drew you to me? And what she said really lined up with how I want people to see me. She said that I exude strength, that I'm not swayed by trends, and that it looks like and it seems that my character was forged by my experiences, and that I'm a trustworthy person. So that exactly is how I want people to see me. So there was an alignment there. Well, let's backtrack a little, like not a little bit, but like a few years ago, when one of my target audience commented on one of my reels and said, "You look like a gangster here." And I believe it was the beanie I was wearing that day, which brings me back to something really important about image. You hear many influencers, experts, and even coaches say to be your authentic self. Just be real, just be genuine, just do your video, express yourself. You know, you don't have to really plan for anything. If you feel like doing a video, just do it. Well, there's some truth to that. But the problem is, if you're not aware of how you really want others to perceive you and they see you in a different way, then either you're pushing your target audience away or you're attracting the wrong people. And it was just the beanie I was wearing that day that made that target audience think that I look like a gangster. I mean, it's just that beanie. And yet, every detail counts when it comes to our image. And again, I'll tell you that you are the brand. But then, because you are the brand, it has to come from the inside out. And this is why it starts with your purpose, which goes back to your uniqueness. And I love the verse in the Bible that says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Because really, everything inside of us comes out, no matter how we hide it, no matter how we cover up who our true selves are and just project a different image. You can only do it for so long. Eventually, it's going to come out. So we might as well really utilize who we are the way God created us to be and bring it out to the surface. And then we're going to be flowing naturally. So this is what I mean by you are the brand. You are exuding the beautiful things and the great things that God placed inside of you. And so everything else follows from there. Every design aspect, our logo, our website should just supplement whatever we are projecting as our true selves. So I'm going to be digging deeper about the true self in another video. But for now, this is what I wanted to share with you. So this is the top secret to having and generating more clients for your coaching business. It is in your brand, but you got to do it the right way. Otherwise, we're just going to miss the whole point. So remember, your brand can either make or break you. And I wanted to make you. I wanted to really make you draw the right people to your business so you'll have consistent clients coming in. So remember your purpose, your message, and your image. And as I've said, it's like building it on top of the other. Your purpose first, and then concretizing it into your foundational message, and then representing it into something more visual, which covers the design aspect of your business. But more importantly, the image that you project should line up or should align with how people see you. So I hope this video has been very helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below what resonated with you the most and what you can start doing in the next 5 days. And I have something for you, a very valuable tool you can use. It will help you create a personal brand and integrate that into your business. So after watching this video, go back to the video description. There's a link that will give you access to a downloadable PDF. And I'd also love to have you in my LMC Insider community. It's a newsletter subscription, an e-newsletter. So I send newsletters straight to your inbox every Wednesday. So again, go back later to the video description for access to become a member of my LMC Insider community. It's free. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you at the next one.